when you're dealing with live viral vaccines, they are simply giving the infection itself by a different route, a different strain, different age, but nonetheless, that is what you are doing, except in the case of polio, oral polio, where you're giving it by the traditional route of exposure, which is oral route for polio. But the knowledge that live viral vaccines can be transmitted horizontally, that is from one person to another, like brother to sister, or vertically from mother to fetus or mother to baby during the birth process or breastfeeding, has been known for a long time. In fact, that's on the product insert for the rubella component of the MMR vaccine, that excretion of the virus after immunization in the mother's breast milk, thereby infecting the infant, is well established. So this notion of horizontal transmission is real, and in fact I was just finishing off a paper on this very subject today to put out there. So, and it's been acknowledged by the CDC and by health authorities worldwide. The matter became of particular interest to us when we saw in the clinic a group of younger siblings of children who had regressed after the vaccine into autism and developed bowel disease. Their history was of a clear-cut regression, where their younger siblings were not vaccinated because of parental concerns, but nonetheless, over a period of time, insidiously, they had lost skills or not gained skills and had developed similar bowel symptoms. So the characteristics of the onset of autism were different from their older siblings. And what was interesting and quite alarming about these children is that in many cases their antibody titers for measles in particular were raised. They'd never been vaccinated and never knowingly been exposed in the environment. So they had been exposed somehow, and were these instances of horizontal transmission of the measles vaccine virus, but not just that, a strain of the virus that was capable of inducing autism and bowel disease. And so that was very worrying. This has been described in primates, in zoos and research facilities, this notion of the horizontal transmission of measles virus. And it is a hazard for vaccines, and the authorities acknowledge that if as they now know, measles can be transmitted horizontally, then you will never, ever eradicate measles using the live viral vaccine. Of course, this has been seen with polio for some time, where if you're susceptible and you're changing the diaper of a child who's been recently vaccinated, then the person changing that diaper in the absence of any immunity to polio may well develop paralytic poliomyelitis. So it is a real problem. It is one that has been rather brushed over and dismissed by the authorities, but we are now seeing at least anecdotal clinical evidence of the emergence of this kind of problem.